the role of Batman will be none other than... What's going on, world? This is Grandmaster FAQs, and this is another Partynerdz exclusive. So, in case you've been, of course, living under quarantine and been in this pandemic and living under a rock, I am here to give you some grand news. And the big news today is that somebody, if you paid attention from our last video was pertaining to the fact that the DCEU had to utilize some steps going forward to have some solutions in order for them to prevail and move forward. So I bring you this news if you have not seen it already. And the news is this. The Flash movie, of course, is accelerating. It's going to happen. Ezra Miller, yeah, he slapped somebody, but he's still going to have the damn movie. But, if Flashpoint is going to happen, more than likely, in casting, the role of Batman will be none other than Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton. Look, you people have to understand me with this shit, okay? This is the Michael Keaton that had me in a line in the late 80s with my parents to watch Batman 4 blocks down the street. Probably the first cinematic feature for a superhero that I personally saw in the movie theaters for the first time. It was beyond fabulous. Jack Nicholson as a Joker. A soundtrack by Prince. And none other than Michael Keaton. Batnuts. You want to get crazy? Let's get crazy. Okay? Beyond anything you could possibly believe. Of course, we've had multiple Batmen. We've had George Clooney. We've had Val Kilmer. Lord Jesus. George Clooney, Val Kilmer. We've had Christian Bale. We've had Ben Affleck, who is probably aesthetically the best Batman that we've seen because he is the look of Batman. His action sequences are what Batman should look like. But if you want to combine the wit, the nerves, the quirkiness, if you want to say sex appeal, the whole Vicky Vale thing, of course, that the Playboy concept of Batman is Michael Keaton. The persona is Michael Keaton. May not be the action sequences. I would divulge that to Ben Affleck, but this is the almighty god of Batman, okay? We've actually taken the notion that the villains, of course, have actually taken the mantle as being the top tier of every movie, except for that Batman. Michael Keaton shined out of everything in that Batman because nobody could play the role better in Batman and Batman Returns other than Michael Keaton. Okay? So I'm not here to give you the argument. The thing is, if Flashpoint is going to bring us to the point where we have a Michael Keaton as Batman, does this necessarily mean that Michael Keaton is playing Thomas Wayne and not Bruce Wayne? Because that would be something. That would be something for us to actually like ponder upon. If, because he's a little older, do they put Michael Keaton in the Thomas Wayne role as sort of like the father figure to Batman in order to kind of like give the whole Flashpoint saga its natural ability to shine? Or is it this? Not necessarily to say that there's going to be a connected universe after Flashpoint because everything basically becomes reset. But what if, because the Robert Pattinson Batman movie, The Batman, is going to be more likely a one-off, should we then take on the notion that Michael Keaton could carry on the mantle maybe for a couple more films? And I say that to say that I read Frank Miller's The Dark Knight, about an older semi-retired Batman being brought back into action, but he's a little bit older, taking on the Mutant King. If anybody has seen the animated series, the animated movie that came out, where basically Green Arrow is sitting there with one fucking arm and hates Superman to death and everything like that. Though that type of concept of Batman as an older Batman, or better yet, if we were to ever, and I mean ever, get a and no, I didn't mention Christian Bale for a reason, okay? Anybody that talks like this is not Batman. But if we were to ever get a Batman Beyond movie, and I mean this sincerely, for anybody, studio heads, executives alike, that feels the notion that they want to ponder upon this idea, and it's not even an idea, it was actually a thing. If you want to perceive cinematically a Batman Beyond that makes fucking sense, Terry McGinnis, whoever the fuck, what little young stud you want to put in there as Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond, but as the older achieving predecessor of Terry McGinnis, Bruce Wayne, you get none other than Michael Keaton. Everybody has said this, everybody has told you. You may not listen, but we're going to repeat this shit over and over and over again until you actually listen to us, because we feel as though the DC universe needs to achieve in order for this to happen. And that's one of the points, okay? In order for us to continue into this, not even in a connected universe, but in some sort of achievement. If Flashpoint tends to give us the reboot we deserve, we get our Wonder Woman movie, we get our next Aquaman movie, we get, if you want the Snyder Cut, if you give us the Snyder Cut and it's basically somewhat of a reset of the introduction of Darkseid, and we introduce Apocalypse, we still continue the story, we do a couple Justice League movies, and then we get the Beyond universe. We get Superman Beyond, Clark Kent getting pulled out of retirement, and we get Terry McGinnis with the mentorship of Bruce Wayne, starring Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne. That's what should happen, okay? And if anybody's telling you anything other than that, they're fucking lying, all right? So this is Grandmaster FAQs. Feel free to reach out to us on the Partynerdz YouTube channel. Hit us up on the Partynerdz IG. Me, Grandmaster FAQs, on IG or Twitter. So much to see here. Stand by for more developments. Partynerdz, go.
Partynerdz, 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 Partynerdz.